So thank you for that. Like Luis said, I manage Alba Organics, which is a licensed wholesale distributor. Alba Organics is owned by Alba, the Agriculture and Land-Based Training Association, based in Salinas, which is, Central Coast, real close by here. Alba is focused on training underserved, underprivileged, primarily Latina aspiring farmers who don't generally get the opportunity to become farmers by themselves without the aid of an organization like ourselves. So we're very involved in training people how to farm organically and sustainably with a 6-month course, Hartnell College accredited, and after that they get to graduate into a half-acre of land. It's real hands-on. It's on our farm in Salinas, and they get to get the feel for the ground right from the beginning, and also the weeds that come with it. So it's really an exciting program. Like I said, it's a 6-month course. After that, they graduate into a half-acre, and then they start their 7-year incubation process. Throughout those 7 years, they get to learn how to, or they're required to get their own certificate, learn how to do their own marketing, do their own packaging, labeling, post-harvest, and distribution. So in theory, at the end of 7 years, they should be able to be independent, go off on their own, be able to do their own business plans, acquire capital, and be self-sustained. So, and part of that is the big highlight for us here is the marketing part of Alba's project, and that's Alba Organics. Like I said, we're a licensed wholesale distributor. We have a 5,000 square foot warehouse divvied up into 3 sections. 2 are cold room space. 1 is a staging area. That's where our product gets inspected and whatnot. We have 2 delivery trucks that run 6 days a week, sometimes 7. We have a hydro cooler to cool down the veg that needs to be cooled down. We have a forced air fan that is used for berries and squashes and cucumbers and whatnot. So we work with up to 70 growers at any given time. Small growers, of course, right down to a few rows, a few boxes each. Like I said earlier, we do aggregate this product. We bring it all together and market what we can and help market our growers through that. We're always working with new farmers, our graduates. These are generally kept in or are in our RDC in Salinas, so that we can keep a closer eye on them and be able to help them throughout the process. Like somebody said, the hardest part, I believe it was Sean, is to get the right quality, the right pack, and cooled properly. This is where we focus on the most with them. I feel that if we do it right from the beginning, it's a whole lot easier to make small corrections for anything else that comes later on. However, we do have issues, we always do, and we're very fortunate that we have supporters like the Veritable Vegetable, Heath and Lejeune, and others that are patient with us and help us through this whole process, and we get feedback from them, give it to our growers, and make the necessary corrections to move forward beyond that. So we have the graduates, and then we have our established farmers, or what I call established, which means they've already gone through our program, have done the 7-year incubation or close to, and are already more experienced, have gone through some of the bumps on the road and know how to make those corrections on their own. So those we kind of pass the orders on to them and know that they're going to do the best job possible and make the judgment calls out in the field that they're not to pack this product and know when to put the brakes on us. There's certain times of the year, as we all know, that when product is scarce, and we're pressuring the growers to bring us all they got, and that's when they make the decision that it's not the right time to harvest this product, and they don't. Might upset me the first couple of minutes, but it makes me feel good later on that they're actually putting their foot down and saying, you know what, I'm not going to harvest it for you, not because I don't want to, but because it's not ready. And really, they're saving me the huge headache that comes behind that. So that just tells me that we're doing the right job with them. And so we're selling their product. They do a better job. They're more selective. And beyond our established farmers, and also working throughout our program, is what we call the, a consortium that was put together years back called the Monterey Bay Organic Farmers Consortium. That was done as a need to ensure University of California, Santa Cruz, that we would be able to supply them with enough product when we were negotiating a contract that they were handing to us because their students demanded local product and from small farmers. That collaborative or consortium is composed, or was composed of, I believe, 7 well-known established farmers, and it was decided then, and I wasn't at the inception of this, but it was decided then that Alba Organics would be the official distributor of this consortium. To this date, we still continue to sell to UCSC. However, a contract does not exist with them anymore. That contract consisted of set pricing, which in my opinion didn't work very well because their semesters are during fall and spring, which is usually the time when product is the short isn't available, and the caps on those prices were prohibitive. So we weren't able to source enough product of those items and be able to function viably. So I was actually glad that we weren't asked to do this contract again, because this enabled us to function like a regular vendor and customer. Whatever market rate is going, if they choose to buy it, fine. If not, then we don't have the limitation or that cap burning us. So the consortium, since then, we haven't met, I believe, in the last couple of years. It was always a loose arrangement, and I think, Luis, you were a part of that, the binding of it. And so it was, and that actually worked out, because it wasn't, we weren't all obliged to certain criteria or to do certain things. It was really about getting the local product into the universities and from these growers, and additionally from other small farms. So that still continues to go on. Business is kind of leveled off there. We're not growing. We haven't grown the last year. So there's work to be done on our end to try and stimulate that. But nevertheless, beyond them, there's a lot of business that has come our way, and it's also helping the consortium members. We've picked up some business with the local K through 12s. We're currently doing business with 4 school districts. It starts with Pajaro Valley Unified School District, Santa Cruz County School District, Pescadero La Honda, Hayward Unified, and prior to that we did some business with Alisal School District. So that's a new area that is growing. We're hoping to expand that as well into the WIC program. And I had a meeting with the people in charge there, so that's pretty exciting to be able to get these healthy products to some of the low-income recipients of this program. So I'm really excited about that. Alba Organics customers range from wholesalers, retailers, home delivery services, universities, like I said, K through 12s, restaurants, hospitals, food service. And recently I read the definition of what a food hub is.